If you find him, he's mine.
Did you have a personal connection to the character Furiosa? I heard you're a huge fan of the franchise.
Yes, absolutely. I remember I was shooting something in Northern Ireland and we went as like a cast experience to go and see Fury Road, and I just was so blown away. It's one of those cinematic experiences that I think I'll hold close to my heart forever. Never thinking I would ever have the opportunity to get a chance to play in the same sandbox. Oh God, I love her. It'll be hard to let this one go.
Did you get a chance to connect with Charlize at all about the role?
Yeah, we've emailed and met at the Oscars for a split second, as one does. But yeah, we are due a long dinner conversation.
Let's do this!
I'd seen Anya just in little clips and so on that she'd done. But Edgar Wright showed me a very early cut of Last Night in Soho. I saw her for the first time and I saw the presence, the screen presence there. She was singing and dancing in that, in a very tonally unusual and powerful film. And at a certain point I said, maybe she'd be good for, and before I finished the sentence, he just said, do it, do it. She's got it all.
We all have to start somewhere.
Indeed we do.
I saw that, like Charlize, she trained at ballet from a very young age, and I was lucky enough to work with a lot of great dancers on Happy Feet. And I realized dancers are so precise with their movement. They understand character and so on. So anyone who's trained in that, I think, has got a big head start.
Who do we have here?
Chris, let's talk about your character here. Definitely not a superhero, but at the same time engaging and humorous. Is that something that's important to you if you wanted to play a villain?
I was staying true and trying to represent best I could what was on the page, you know, and the writing had such poetry and there was something very unique and fun about the way he spoke. You know, he did speak in riddles and rhythms and so on.
Where are you going? So full of hope, there is no hope!
And then the costume indicated something else, and George and I discussed a lot like dictators and conquerors and figures that through history had amassed large followings. The common trait was there was something charismatic under there, you know. It could be violent and brutal, but he was a sort of a wacky, unhinged sort of individual.
I am the great Dementus, and I rule the wasteland!
Chris also said that 4 hours in makeup with all the yak hair going on his beard and everything going on, for someone who has to move, it was very useful. The kind of pent up, almost imprisoned in that process, really helped him find that character. So by the time he emerged, he was able to find it.
Do you have it in you to make it epic?
What rituals did you have to actually get into character while you were on set?
There's sort of the nasality of the character. I wanted to get away from myself. It had to be Australian, obviously for the character, but I wanted it to be of a different time, and so I listened to a lot of recordings and interviews from kind of the 70s and 80s. There was a very kind of nasal sort of way of speaking, and my grandfather had a bit of that. There was sort of horse racing commentary that had a musicality to it that I liked.
Ladies and gentlemen, start your engines!
I tend to do like little short paces before I work, and with her they were like really intense and short. It was very like stop, turn, stop, turn. But also she'd kind of like growls, to be honest with you. I'd just growl if I was gonna speak. I want them back.
What is the special talent that each of you should be known for in real life?
Musical talent, incredible singer. Just get ready, is all I can say.
It's not that it's not cool, but I love your humility. You're so humble and lovely and just kind and generous with your time. So yeah, you should be known for being
You too.
wonderful.
Remember me.
You fabulous thing.